Morning. The clothes area always seems to appear in my pictures as where the ironing corner of the studio is placed. This is an Edward Seago painting, or a copy, not a copy, but I've based this painting on one of his lovely Norfolk paintings. So I thought I'd put it on the clothes area by way of a change. Right, now we'll go back to here. This is the 22 inches by 15 inches. It's half imperial Fabriano. I've primed both sides and I've stuck a bit of texture paste to it. Probably my what I'll do, that's the texture paste is, or at least the primer I've used, which is dilute PVA glue, is probably not quite strong enough. I have to buy some more, but I'm just going to give that a bit of a paint with another coat in the middle, just to seal that texture paste. I'm going to give it a try. PVA glue is very, very useful in acrylic painting. It's acrylic itself, so that was just give that a bit of a seal. Okay, keep your brushes very clean. I just want to lock that in. Oops. Right, the reason I paint these on paper mainly is because I'm running out of space in my studio here. I've got under the eaves in my loft. This is a loft conversion room. Very nice with a shower room as well. But all under the eaves, each side of the room. Well, paintings one side and household stuff, suitcases and debris the other side. The room itself is about 16 foot by 16 foot average. It's a little bit uneven with a generous landing. Anyway, I was watching Elisabeth Roche, Roche, a French abstract painter who puts large canvases on a brick wall and paints away. And I'm very, very inspired, not by what she was doing, but why have I stopped doing it and gone back to the tyranny of the landscape. But there'll always be an element of landscape in my paintings. I'm just going to give that a bit of a try. Hey, take your headphones off. Okay, yeah, I'll never get away from them, and once you start with an abstract painting, start working away at it, themes develop, ideas develop. Rather than have an idea to start with, which I don't really like doing, I might just well stay with the impressionist paintings I do, but to start, it's like Dennis Shear, and I did two on YouTube some years ago. 3 years ago, where I used oil paint on a piece of hardboard. Two colours, thinned down with fast drying linseed oil, and you just start making marks with the brush and wiping out with tissue, kitchen paper, and you work at it till you get an idea. Something happens, and you go in that direction. But those two pictures turned out to be representational, but semi-abstract. They started off as abstract and they went the other way, instead of starting off traditional and then working into abstract. But this is more about abstract expressionism, I think that's the word for it, where you have nothing, you just paint, as you just make it up as you go along. But then I do that with my traditional paintings, that's about right. Okay, so I'm going to spray the paper just to make it a bit fluid, and have some fun with the brush. I've got a couple of 1.5" flats here, so bit of white, bit of ultramarine. Because it's acrylic, we can work very fast. Well, we have to work very fast because it dries so quick. And we'll a bit of viridian, and we can blend. Because we put that water on, keep it going. We'll have reds and all sorts. You could do flower paintings like this. Just put your background in. A bit of crimson as well. And we'll put yellows in. And we'll just see what happens with the yellow. Probably the yellow would be better in the middle because it was sort of focused. Lovely greens. Sorry about the noise. It's because it's backed up with a bit of hardboard. It's a bit bouncy, and I'm using my box easel for this, mainly so that I got this table wedged in to the base of it on top of the box. I'll show you my palette. Look, it's just a lump of grease-proof paper, oven paper, which I'll throw away when I finished. And that's my board that I've got sitting on the tray of my box easel. It's a very versatile thing. It's a good quality one. I bought it years ago, but they're much cheaper now. I paid a lot of money for this about 20 years ago. Right, let's keep it all going. Starts to just blend the colours and get stronger, and then we can see the paper is bouncing a bit now. It's right. I've got a nice cadmium red up the middle there. Okay. I've got a good friend on YouTube, Charles Wolfe, Impulsive Artistry. He does a lot of abstracts. He's very entertaining. I would recommend you have a look at him. Right, that's a bit of nice light yellow. Before we start putting in some impasto, let's sort out a nice background first. Right, put that blue back again. Well, I'll go left-handed a bit, but give my right wrist a bit of a rest. More blue. I'm just using cheap acrylics apart from the white, which is artist quality. That's got some covering power. These are Wilkinson's own brand. I'm listening to the radio here, they're talking about huge business rate rises for small businesses and complaining about online businesses undermining the high streets. Well, that's true, but maybe if they weren't maybe so greedy, we will go back to buying in the high street. But it's so much easier to go on eBay or Amazon and buy our materials. One, they're very much cheaper than the businesses. It's sad that they go bust, but you know, when you can buy a tube of that paint, this paint, 200ml tube of very adequate paint for about £2 now. It's gone up in Wilkinson's, which would be many times more in an art shop. I know they've got overheads, but hey, if they've got an online business, it's not such a problem, is it? I think with these things it's making a pretty pattern. Could be a floral tribute. That brush is getting a bit overloaded now. It's definitely a right-handed feel to this one. There seems to be rather a lot going on in there. So let's get a central bit. Don't like that colour. I think it's what you think looks nice. Yeah, there's nothing else to say really for me. Try to get some nice shapes and colours. I need to soften all around the edge, so I'm just going to put that brush in water and get another brush and reclip, because it seems to be spreading out a little bit. Now we might be able to just get rid of some of those lumps. That's it, it's gone quite flat now. I just want to clean up around that area now with the spray. Right, just get that with a clean brush. sort of ziggy-zaggy. Right, let's put some water on the palette and soften up. That could go anywhere, couldn't it? There's blood in there. Wow, fascinating. If you get a bit some muddy colours, you can always do this. Just go over them with pure colour, but I can't tell you what to do because I'm making this up as I go along, as you can see. But it's quite agitated, isn't it? But that is okay. Put some reverse ziggy-zags. Got some nice thick texture on this now. I've got some black here. Let's put a bit of black in. Just dramatise it a little bit. Love black. Sort of brought it to life a little bit. Right, now what we're going to do now is put a mount on that and see what it looks like. Now this could be very tricky because it's sopping wet with paint. All that won't take long to dry. Take two of those off. Get a bit of masking tape. Like to look at them on in a mount. Not that this will ever go anywhere, but you never know. There's no accounting for taste. What you think is a load of rubbish, somebody else will think, cool, best thing they've ever seen. I've got just a place for that in my office or my house or my hospital. Take those off. So it doesn't fall off. I'll put the mount on. Right, okay. Got a mount. I'll see what I'll do. I'll get some tape ready to stick on it to hold it in place. Take that up a bit, hold on. It's not going to can I do? What can I do? I know. I've got a little bit of wood here, a little block of wood. I'll put that in there, and then that'll lift the mount up just about enough to hold it. Well, there we are, we've got an abstract. It's going to be interesting on YouTube, isn't it? I'll get loads of unlikes, I expect. But for a Monday morning, I don't know, I think that's quite reasonable. Hasn't really got a theme other than the zigzags, but very colourful. Well, I don't know if I want to sign it. Thing is, if you sign it, you can't turn it up the other way because it might look better the other way. They often do, but I guarantee there'll be somebody like that. Maybe I just need to put a central bit in there. Let's get a bit of white. So I'll just clean off the edge of my palette. Get a wad of white and bung that in with a knife. So I'm going to be white. I might do a watercolour later. Back to the traditional style. Right, that'll do. I don't know if that's an improvement. Just felt a little bit cluttered in the middle there. Oh well. Okay, so that's it. One abstract. I'll go and upload that and look forward to your comments on it. Thanks for persevering. Bye for now.